Yes guys, welcome back to the Link Up podcast. Today we're actually back on camera after a while,
It's been a while.
So you're welcome. And this is going to be our Euro 2024 quarter-final predictions. Would you believe we're at the quarter-finals already?
It's gone quick.
If you do enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe and let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win Euro 2024.
And put down your predictions for the quarterfinals.
So up first, it's a
Mammoth of a game.
Spain versus Germany.
Arguably the two best teams in the tournament so far.
Yeah, you'd probably say that Spain over the course of the tournament have probably been a little bit better, but definitely them two 1 and 2.
Win record at the moment.
Obviously in the group stage they didn't concede a goal. The only goal they've actually conceded was an own goal from Lenormand, I think it was.
Lenormand, yeah.
So they're looking really good coming into this. They've got some really exciting wingers, Williams, Yamal, and the depth they have as well.
Oh, it's unreal. It is absolutely unreal. Or Yarzabal, can't forget about him.
Daniel.
Yeah, I've seen him come off the bench and lie it up. Also, they've got Morata up top. You know what? One thing I do like about Morata, he does track back. And the striker, I do see him like dropping off to the wing and tracking back and making a challenge stuff.
They were really good in the group stage. They had probably the hardest group in the tournament. They looked really, really good, and obviously they got a favourable draw in their under 16. But Georgia did come out and they scored first. They went 1-0 up, and they did beat Georgia did beat Portugal in the group stage. So it wasn't like it was going to be a walkover, but they did.
They scored them really. They scored them.
As for Germany, the first half of the tournament, the first two games. Superb, obviously against two teams who got knocked out in the group stage, but obviously they played their part in doing that. A huge 5-1 win against Scotland, that goes without saying, and then 2-0 against Hungary. But since then they've been good. They haven't been as good, I'd say. After that they played Denmark. They had a little bit of luck. I mean, look.
They could have gone 1-0 down, but VAR saved them.
He was like a
smidge offside. I think under the new ruling offside when that comes in.
Yeah, I mean,
he would have been on.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
it's unlucky, but that handball was questionable.
Bit dodgy, wasn't it?
It was really, really questionable. Yeah, this is probably going to be the toughest one for us to
by far
to pick. This could go the distance and a bit more potentially. I'm saying this is going to be done in 90 minutes. And I'm going for Spain 1, Germany 2. I think the hosts are going to go.
Okay, I have gone after extra time.
Okay.
Spain 2, Germany 3.
Oh, 3-2.
I reckon it's going to be a good old-fashioned shootout.
It's so tough, guys.
I hope it is. They've got the attacking talent that's on display, and I know both defences have it. Obviously, Spain have only seen one goal in the entire tournament so far, but I just feel like they're going to have to go for it against a German side that's quite stubborn in defence. Yeah,
it's just. I think the midfield battles will be really key in this as well. Obviously, Germany, Gundogan, Andrić, and Toni Kroos.
The best player in the tournament so far.
But Spain as well. They have Ruiz, Pedri, and Rodri. So I think that clash is going to be really sort of interesting. And just favouring Germany, not because over the tournament they've been maybe a better side, just because that home advantage. And look, whoever wins this game is going to have a huge chance of winning the Euros. Let us know in the comments below who you have for this one. Up next, it doesn't get any easier, does it?
Like Portugal France.
This side of the draw is ridiculous. Where do we even start?
Should we start with Portugal's, how they got on?
Again, similar to sort of Germany, they started off this tournament really well. Well, in the Czech Republic game, they're a bit hit and miss, but found a way to win. The last minute goal. The Turkey game, no qualms. I think they won 3-0 in the end, and looked really, really good. The last game they changed up.
8 changes they made.
The second half of the tournament, similar to Germany, as I was saying, they've not been as good. Obviously, Slovenia took them to penalties. And
you know what, that Jan Black save against Ronaldo, by the way, and I don't know if did you see what the BBC said?
Yeah,
the little Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know if Connor can put it out on the screen somewhere. But I thought that was quite funny.
I just think, I don't know, he has struggled a little bit. So I think he's just trying a bit too hard, and it's going to be interesting because he started all 4 games for them in this tournament. I think it'll be interesting to see if they start him for another. I mean, he is peaking on 40 years old now.
37, 38.
Can he play all these games at this high of a level now? I mean, I'm sure he can, but obviously he's not scored a goal yet, and that's.
I want to say one thing though: take him off free kicks.
I think he did get a little bit sort of excited and made maybe a little bit too much about him.
You've got Bruno Fernandes on the pitch, you've got so many different players that can take a free kick, and Ronaldo's just blasting them over and hitting them in the wall.
But, yeah, and look, they're going to be up against a French side that's
haven't lit up the Euros.
No,
they don't usually.
No, in the group stage they don't normally. They normally sort of grow into these tournaments, and their record in the last 3-4 tournaments minus the last Euros goes without saying. Yeah, they've not really lit up so far. They were quite underwhelming in the group stage. Finished second in their group under Austria.
And I'd even say even in the Belgium game they looked quite. They did know what to do. Really, they took an own goal by Jan Vertonghen to break deadlock in the 85th minute.
Yeah, I think they've scored 3 goals this tournament. 2 of them have been own goals. One of them's been a penalty. But look, they are finding ways to win games, and look, their run to the final, if they do it, they've had to play Belgium, Portugal, and one of Spain or Germany if they do get to the final. So it's just treacherous, really, isn't it? But Portugal can be a stiff challenge for them. Like this, I feel like this game is going to be not as exciting to watch as some people think, because of. I don't know, I can see it being maybe a fairly defensive game, or maybe both teams aren't going to go into it with a load of confidence, and both teams are going to be a little bit stubborn, so this could be tough. Who have you gone for, Cal?
I've gone with a 0-0 and Portugal penalties.
Oh, really?
I just feel like none of them will score. I feel like the way that especially for how well he done against Slovenia, how Diego Costa done saving all 3 penalties. I feel like it could sway Portugal's way.
France out in the quarterfinals.
I do.
Wow.
They have got a great track record in the Euros as of late.
I equally think it's going to be a low scoring game. I've gone 1-0 to France after extra time. Okay. I just feel like
go.
I feel like this game probably Mbappe is going to pull them over the line. But we're going to go to the other side of the bracket now, and maybe we could get a winner from this side. We're going to start with. England versus Switzerland.
A very good, very fluent Swiss side.
Yeah, and they've been really impressive this tournament, off with a really good win against Hungary.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't start off the tournament starting in Bola. Obviously, he came off the bench and scored. I think he scored that chip goal against Scotland. They came up against sort of fighting Scotland side. They were quite happy to sort of just get a point in that game, and that put them through. And the last game against Germany, that they were winning, and they were literally this close to winning the group.
Top of the group, yeah.
And to be fair, because they didn't win the group, probably done them a favour, because they're massively on this side of the bracket, and they're going to be coming up against us, England, who again haven't lit the place on fire. We'll get on. Yeah, as for Swiss, they've looked really, really good.
How impressive were they against Italy?
They just. Dominated nothing. They rendered Italy to absolutely nothing. It was all like European champions, and they've not been at that quality. They haven't
looked like they've not they haven't looked like they wanted to defend it, but teams have found them out so easy.
Yeah, Swiss have been consistent throughout this tournament so far, and they've faced Germany in what is a stiffer test than England. So it's not going to be anything that they're not ready for, and they're really well-drilled side, so for us England, it's going to be tough, isn't it?
Very, very. I think there's certain players you have to look out for on that Swiss side, because they have got players that play at the highest level. You talk about Granit Xhaka's one of them, Manuel Akanji, Jan Sommer in goal, and can I just talk about that Vargas' goal?
Yeah.
Oh my word! I don't know. You can't give that man any sort of space. The pace he's got, as well as you can tell the finish.
I'm hoping, as an England fan, that sort of coming out of that game
gives us a bit of momentum.
Gives us a bit of momentum, gives us a bit of belief, and a bit of a kick up the backside, because we were a minute away from being knocked out of this.
Conceding the first half to a mishap in defence, really. If you have a look, Kyle Walker jogged back and.
John Stones and Gahey. It was Stones jumped up for the same ball as Gahey. And look, they split us open like that. Obviously, as for England, we don't have Gahey in the next game. So there's been talks of Gareth Southgate potentially reverting back to a back 3 or a back 5, whatever you want to call it, with Konsa, Stones and Walker as the centre-backs. That could potentially match up Switzerland. That would match up Switzerland. So it'll be interesting to see what he goes for. Will he stick to his back 4 without our best player of the tournament, Mark Gahey. It will remain to be seen, but we've got to make our predictions for this.
Yeah.
I think there's always maybe going to be a bit of bias going into
a little bit. Yeah, can you not tell by the background and what we're wearing?
I just can't bring myself to say England's going to lose. Hoping that we come into it with more confidence. I'm going to say we're going to win 1-0.
I've also said we're going to win 1-0 in 90 minutes. That's going to be like a last minute Harry Kane goal. I'm calling it.
Again, like I said in the Slovakia game, I don't care how we win it. I don't care how we win this one. Yeah. So we're both going for England 1-0.
90 minutes.
Hoping we're right.
Harry Kane.
I'm not convinced.
Harry Kane. And that moves us on to our next game, where it is Netherlands-Turkey.
Final Netherlands-Turkey.
Should we touch on the Netherlands first?
Yeah, before that, in the group stage, I know we touched on the group stage in the video we did together, but they weren't convincing at all. They started off with a decent win against Poland. They found a way. Could have beaten France in the second game.
It was actually the first 0-0 of the tournament.
And after that, the Austria game, they just weren't good enough. But then, Romania game, they've Cody Gakpo, do you know what I mean? He was great. They were great. They played the ball quickly. They played it forward.
They defended well.
I don't know. They defended really well, and they looked really good. And they looked a force. And a lot of people were looking on this side of the bracket and saying, for England, this is a really good route. But for
Netherlands as well, it's a good group.
Tell me, they're not going to be thinking the same thing. They will be.
The way we treat our manager Gareth Southgate is the way that the Netherlands are treating Ronald Koeman. How them coming third, them should have been doing better. They should have been beating all these teams.
They responded in the round. They came out. It feels like they could have clicked, and that's one thing. We're not going to keep on going back to England, by the way, but that England hasn't done. We haven't clicked yet. We haven't started playing free-flowing, attacking.
You feel like the Netherlands have done that,
and especially in the last game, it's been interesting to see. Against a really youthful, quick, exciting Turkish side, how they're going to match up against them.
I think that game, if we move on to Turkey, that game against Austria was one of the games of the tournaments, in my opinion. Yeah. I know it was 2-1, but the game did not feel like it was 2-1.
But Turkey played really well. I think both their goals from corners, were they not?
Every single goal was a corner.
Yeah. That save from Merritt Gunnock was...
That was an unreal save. I know if anyone watched heard the commentary, compared it to the Gordon Banks save.
Yeah, talk about digging your team.
Last kick of the game, ball gets lumped over to Baumgartner. He heads it downwards, makes it harder for the goalkeeper. Going back across the way he's just gone, and for him to put it upwards over the... He was travelling over the bar, but it was like... to the side for a corner, it was possibly one of the best saves.
It'd be hard to beat that save.
The best save of the tournament so far, and I don't doubt it'll be
that's what they need, and I think they just have this belief. And before the tournament, their manager said their aim for this tournament was to get to the semi-finals.
It was, yeah. No one believed them.
Everyone was like I predicted them to get knocked out of the group stage.
Yeah.
I thought they'd flop again, but now they've finally taken that dark horse mantle and they've gone through with it, and they've finally made a run again. And what's interesting is the last 2 times they've got to the quarterfinal of the tournaments, at least they've made it to the semis as well.
Well, yeah.
So that's Euro 2008, they reached semi-finals, and World Cup 2002, they got to the World Cup semi-finals. So could they do it again? It'd be a test. Obviously, it'd probably be...
There'd be one man they're relying on, though. Arda Güler.
Yeah.
That man in midfield, he links everything up. He finds space like that.
And his delivery is great as well, and you can find bits of quality, which set pieces are huge in tournaments, and something that a lot of teams haven't really utilised as well as maybe they could have. But Turkey did that really, really well last night, and they're gonna. Netherlands can't take them lightly.
And I have gone for a bit of a shock. I've gone for Turkey winning 2-1 in normal time.
Yeah,
mainly because I think they'll utilise seconds.
I've gone for them to draw 2-2, and I've gone Turkey to win on penalties.
Oh, we're going to look so bad with Netherlands battering, you know.
I've got to go. To be fair, in the round of 16 there wasn't a host of shocks, so I think part of me is just thinking.
The quarterfinals.
And also because that fact, every time they've sort of made it to this stage, they've always pushed to the semi-final.
I reckon they could do it.
Something feels like this Turkey side that they're just going to do it again.
Just can't forget.
And it just feels a bit like destiny. Maybe Netherlands is just going to stop them right in their traps, but we're going for Turkey on this one.
So yeah, that is the end of the video. If you did go on to enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and again, as we said at the start of the video, leave your predictions down in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Leave your predictions.